Hi Year 10, hope you're all well and had a good weekend. I've certainly been enjoying the good weather, had a barbecue, practiced some keepy uppies. But anyway, today's lesson is on trig. So we're continuing that, and this time we're going to be finding angles. So what I'm going to do first of all is run through this example on the left hand side. I'll do it silently first of all, so I just need your undivided attention watching what I'm doing. Then I'll talk through it and I can highlight any bits and where I got the numbers from and all my working and stuff like that. Then I'll give you one for you to have a go at on your own. So make sure you've got your title and then just watch what I'm doing first of all. Don't need to get it down as I'm doing it, just watch it. So I rounded my answer there to 2 decimal places. It didn't say at the start, but that's fine. So I'll talk through what I did now. So first thing to do is I identified it was a trigonometry question, so going to use SOHCAHTOA. It's a right angle triangle, so SOHCAHTOA. I then labelled my sides, and I can see that I've got my opposite and I've got my hypotenuse. So I know that's going to be the SO part of it. And my triangle shows me that it shows me what equation I'm going to get from this. So I've got the opposite and hypotenuse. I'm trying to find the angle, so we actually cover up the S here. So we cover up the S, and that tells me that I need to do opposite divided by hypotenuse. So this is my formula here. So sine theta, remember theta is just something we use for angles. Could be x, could be any letter. Don't be put off by it if it's x. But I'm just using theta for this example. So I know it's opposite divided by hypotenuse. My opposite is 8. My hypotenuse is 10. So I get these numbers from here. Oh, sorry, I've highlighted the wrong thing. Here and here. Now this next step is a bit tricky, and you might not have seen it before. But to get from here to here, you might think, well, let's just divide by sine, because it sort of looks like that's what you might do. But sine isn't something you can divide by; it's a function that's happening. So remember, when we're solving equations, we always want to do the inverse. Now, to do the inverse, the notation for that is the trig thing to the -1. So sine to the -1 is saying inverse sine. So here we're doing inverse sine on both sides. Now, to do that on your calculator, you type shift and then press sine, and then you'll see it comes up with sine to the -1, just like my notation says here. Then I'm going to open my bracket, press my fraction button, and do 8 over 10, or I could type in 8 divided by 10. and then press equals, and you should see that you get 53.13, blah, 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 and then I rounded that off. If you're not getting that, make sure your calculator's in degrees mode. Yeah, and then you should be getting the right answer. So, any problems with that, if you're not sure about anything along the way, then email me. Your turn then. So I'd like you to have a go at that one. Pause the video, and then I'll go through it now. So make sure you've had a go at it on your own first. Right, I know it's a trigonometry question because I've got a right angle triangle here. I'm trying to find an angle. This is the hypotenuse. Easiest to start with that one. This one's the opposite, but I'm not going to use it. It's not got anything by it, so I'll just leave it off. And then this one's the adjacent because it's next to the angle. So in terms of and Tava, well, I've got the adjacent, I've got the hypotenuse, so that means I'm going to use K. So my triangle for that looks like this. If I cover up the C, because that's what I'm trying to find in this case, then I can see I need to do adjacent divided by hypotenuse. Now remember, when you're finding an angle, it's always cos and then of the angle, and then you might, I didn't put it in brackets before, but it doesn't matter too much here. Equals adjacent over hypotenuse. In this case, that is, or adjacent is 8, hypotenuse is 10. So you just fill in whatever those sides are. And then this is that sort of tricky bit where I need to do inverse cos. If I do the inverse of cos, then I'm just left with theta. So I need to inverse cos this side. Maybe that's shift cos. 8 over 10. And if I type that into my calculator, I get 36.8698, blah, 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 blah. Let's round it to 2 decimal places again. Degrees. Oh, I missed off my degrees sign there as well. We're working in degrees because we're measuring angles. So my answer is 36.87. I could actually double check if this is right because this is the same triangle. So all of my angles together should add to 180. So 53.13, add 36.87, add 90. Do that in my calculator, yeah, it equals 180. So I know I've done something right there. Right, next questions I'd like you to have a go at are here. What I'd like you to do is attempt these questions in your book. Make sure you show your working for each of them, and then all I'm going to give you is the final answer. So when you send this work in to me, I'll be expecting fully worked solutions. So I'm only giving you the final answer, but I'm expecting full worked solution. So your first answer is let's just do them to 1 decimal place. So that's 48.6 degrees. It got a bit messy there, but 48.6. So they're all to 1 decimal place. If you're not sure how I got any of them, then send me an email. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week.